Hello everyone, back to another episode of Bloodborne. Figure I want to stream one more episode before going to work today. I don't remember what I said we were doing last time, but I'm sure I'll remember once I load in, because that's when I always... yes. Okay, I do remember what we're going to do. This is probably going to be a short one, too. There is an optional boss in this area that I really want to fight, so we're going to go do that. And it's a boss that I think I tried once earlier, but I was like, nah, it's too hard, so we're going to do that again. That boss being Dark Beast Parl, for those not aware. He was the big electric skeleton thing that we tried on our first visit here, and then get wrecked. Ooh. Oh, Arcane Lake. Blah, blah, blah. It's another good reason to come back here. Items I missed. Embarrassing. Did I go through this shortcut already? I did. Oh, come on. Whatever. I already went there anyway. If they want to follow me, they can. I'll just kill them then. So these skeleton bonfires are interesting because they actually have health. Watch it. Oh, well. I want to show off this cool trivia to you, but... Anyway, I won't be able to, but the point is, they have actual health. And they damage you, but they can also be broken. And you remember that trio of hunters I fought way earlier? Well, you can lure them out and then just like manipulate their AI to run into the flaming skeletons over and over again, and that'll like kill them or at least like take a pretty major fraction of their health off. Here. Thankfully, hunters don't respawn, so these guys have not come back. Now we just gotta go downstairs. I really, really wish that, see, I really don't understand this. Like, the lore is supposed to be that they destroyed this lamp, which is, you know, fine. Like, if they want to make it harder, that's... I know a lot of people hate that, but I'm honestly mostly okay with that, but it's annoying that it doesn't come back after you, that doesn't come back after you beat them, especially because there's another similar fight that I think we locked ourselves out of, unfortunately, because remember when Eileen the Crow died earlier on? If we get to the end of her quest line, you have to fight someone else, and the same thing happens. Your lamp is unavailable, but it doesn't get destroyed. You can just use it again once you beat them, which I wish they would have done here. Be like meat. Oh, okay, so there is a faster way. There's a faster way, I think. Anyway, let's go fight this monster, who actually might be dramatically easier now. We've got a really powerful weapon. We have, oh, bloodstone chunks. Oh, there he is, just chilling there. Take a quick look at him. Look at that. Oh, always forget to do that. Look at that boy. He's like all skeletal, but he's still got fur like a beast. Yeah, because he counts as a beast, so I think he's weak to serrated. I'm actually looking at the wiki right now. So let's see, physical. Thrust. I don't have any thrust, but that's okay. Oh, he's very weak to arcane. Well then, you know what that means. That means we're gonna tear him apart. Watch this. Once again, we beat something way too quickly. Like, the kind of unspoken rule that we've come up with is, the kind of unspoken rule we came up with is, or that I came up with, I don't remember if I ever mentioned it, is one boss per video, is what I try to do. But it's only been like 7 minutes, like not even 8 minutes, so I want to do more, but what can I do that is not boss related? Now, another thing we could have done here, but we chose not to do, is this takes us back to Old Yarnum, where everything's burned up. You can kind of tell just by looking, if you remember earlier. That's where we fought the Bloodstar Beast. That's where we fought Jura on top of the roof with the Gatling gun. If we had not gone to Old Yarnum and instead we had purchased, you may remember I bought this just because, the Hunter Chief emblem from the Dream for 10,000 echoes, we could have just gone through the front entrance of Cathedral Ward instead of having to go to Old Yarnum to open up the back door. It's a weird flag where going to Old Yarnum and beating the Bloodstar Beast opens up this side door in Cathedral Ward for no reason. And that's how you get in without paying. But we could have paid, we could have skipped Old Yarnum, and then we could have just gone around later, defeated Parl, and come up here, and we could have talked to Jura and become his friend, as long as we didn't hurt any beasts. And then, of course, if we had hurt any beasts, he would have, turned on us. It's interesting. I'm trying to remember if there's anything actually new out here, or if it's just a... Okay, yeah, it's just a path to where we were. So we're just gonna get out of here and go back to the Hunter's Dream. Oh. And they put that there just in case you come in from the other direction and are wondering, hey, why isn't there any? Oh wow, look, we can get a good look at Alright. Oh, we have a bot trying to offer us to buy things. We're going to ban them. There we go. Alright, let's level up and then decide what to do, because we have time. We can do other things today that aren't boss related. Oh, you know what we can do? We can do the interim area between, in the DLC. We'll do that for a little bit.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright. Gonna reduce arcade damage because, well, you'll see why eventually. Oh! Attack versus kin down. Cursed gems are interesting because they increase one attribute but they lower another. But it's also only by 4.9%. So that's about a 20th, which means if we divide 257 by 20, that is... calculator. 257 divided by 20 equals 12.85. that means 257 minus 2.85. That means 254. That's still more. That is still more damage than... Yeah, that's still more damage than we would... Yeah, so let's do that. Alright, now let's get back out there. Man, sedatives are expensive. Oh wow, I have no extra blood vials. There we go. Okay, so now we go to the DLC, and we go back to where Ludwig was. Let me start the timer for Bloodborne, the Old Hunters. I obsessively time my playtime whenever I'm streaming a game or playing a game, and I do it separately for DLC, so DLC content gets counted separately. Oh, and here's our friend Simon.
A tragic figure, but he will shame himself no longer. He died with his ideals untarnished. He was a true hero.
Yeah, sure. He turned into a monster and tried to kill me. Apparently, if you don't kill his head at the end, then if you come back, then Simon has killed him instead.
Do you know why the hunters are drawn to this nightmare? Because it sprouted from their very misdeeds. Things that some would rather keep secret. A pitiful tale of petty arrogance, really. High time someone exposed the whole charade.
He's got a hand lamp just like we do. And another interesting detail is these corpses. Remember how when we walked in, it's like, ah, Ludwig the Accursed, have mercy on us. I think it's this body right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that body right there. Okay, you see other ones that are kind of, you know, freaking around. But I believe this one right here, if somehow he survives the fight, which is technically possible if Ludwig doesn't run over him, then you can talk to him and get some meaning dialogue. And it's not, like, super substantial. It's just him kind of, like, freaking out and despairing. But it is, like, interesting that that detail is there. So we're going to do this area that's kind of like a middle area between the Hunter's Nightmare and the next area. So we're just going to do that today. Oh.
Steady stride. Cool of my blood, but always clear of mind. Proud unto the church. Beasts are cursed, and curses shackled. Only ye, the true blades of the church.
Let's see a guy banging his head against the wall in there.
True unto the church. Beasts are cursed, and curses shackled. Only ye, the true blades of the church.
This is going to be kind of rough. It usually is. Okay, not too rough. They always got that one attack that just casually, like, it has super armor, which is what keeps him from staggering with heavy weapons. This is a guy who's kind of strange. Look at his face.
Are you a hunter? Well, that's very
He's got a bell, just like the bell ringing
You
women.
hear the toll of the bell? Very well.
The beast you seek will not be found here. Go back to your hunt, and if you have the chance, put this night behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone.
Yeah, there's a real theme in this about
Brazenly roam.
about how you should leave secrets to be.
Bear in mind, some places are better left untouched, and some secrets are better left alone. Only fools do brazenly roam.
Now, even though I did the boss for this this episode already, there is a certain fight, non-boss fight, that's pretty tough here, which is why I want to do it this episode when the boss run was so short, because this like single area here could take a very long time on its own, like if I'm having trouble. But then again, like I am high level enough that I've got a really powerful weapon, so I might not have that much trouble, but we'll see. Oh, and who is this? They're kind of huge. Look at that, they're kneeled over, but they're like a giant. They're still gratia. Huh. Yeah, so it's a giant lady huntress who just pummeled enemies with a rock. Okay, now this is where things get a little bit tough. This is, believe it or not, where we're coming to, this is the last room in this little middle area before we get to the true final area. So let's see if we can beat this. This will definitely be the end of the episode after we do it. Regardless of how quick it is. Like, that means this will only be like maybe a 30-minute episode. If you're lucky and do it on the Discord, that's fine. We can have a short episode every now and then. Poison knife. There we go. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. You saw that damage, right? Ooh, they got a heavy weapon too. That is the Bloodborne Holy Blade, which is a regular old sword that can turn into a big old gut sword like in Berserk. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, yeah, this is gonna take a few tries. Alright. Hey. Oh, what's wrong?
In his eye, I guess.
How long till it heals?
With an antibiotics and cream. Here, that's swap here. He doesn't like flowers.
Hey, Simon. Oh. Hey, Simon. Come here. Aw. Kitty has a sty eye, so he's not feeling that great. We took him to the vet, so hopefully he feels better. But okay, let's see what we can do. As far as our blood comes back.
And look into the depths. Oh, remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Then you can see why. It's okay, Simon. It's okay. Your eye hurts.
Shrouded by night, but with steady stride.
These guys will leave us alone if we just run past them.
Minds young.
Come on, get over here. Well, if your friend isn't gonna come here and try to fight with a real hunter, then I guess I'll just kill you back here and then I'll kill her. Oh. Yeah, the lady in white? That is Amelia, who, if you remember very early in the game, turned into a beast right before our eyes while she was praying.
Into the depths. Oh, remain wary of the frailty.
And she's reciting a version of the prayer, we can hear her. Oh, she's batting through. Yeah, she's done. Greatest respect to the church. There we go. Quicksilver bullets because... Oh, that's right. Oh, silly me. there's one more thing we do before this episode is done. We have to get something that we skipped early in the Hunter's Nightmare. That's okay. It's really easy to get to, so we're gonna do that. Alright, now we're going to go back to the Hunter's Nightmare and go from the beginning, and then we're going to go back to where we were. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up, and we're just going to make a mad dash for the church. We are not going to fight anything, we're just going to run. Until we get to our destination. This is where things get really tough. We don't have to fight him, but I kind of want to showcase. We're going to spend a lot of time running away from him later. So I want to kind of showcase at least one fight against him. There we go. Oh, yeah, because you're going to see me backstab him a lot later on. You'll find out why. Okay, so you may remember this looks kind of like the Grand Cathedral in the main game, where again we fought Vicar Amelia. And we go here and look at that. You remember the first boss we fought in the game? Yeah, that is a giant cleric beast on fire, or so it seems. We'll learn a little bit more about him later on. He cannot be hurt, he cannot be hit. Eye pendant. Look at that image. Quite something, isn't it? Okay. So now we got the eye pendant. So this is what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to the research hall. And we have to grant eyes to the altar skull. So what this means is we get out of here. And I'm just wasting bold hunter marks because I barely use them anyway. And I just want to get back real quickly. So it'll be much faster. So we are going to teleport back to where we were. And we're going to open the... We're going to put the eye pendant in, see what happens next. And then we will be done for the day.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well.
Let's see if we can channel. I
Let
think we
the
can.
echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
We don't have enough.
Welcome. Very well. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright. Now we go back here. We make our way to where? We already killed those two hunters so they don't come back, which is good. I know the old hunters we were fighting in the Hunter's Nightmare came back, but these guys don't. So... and we just run like before.
Shrouded by night with steady stream.
You know, a couple things happens. We put an eye on the skull. Remember, there's a big thing to say about eyes on the inside. Eyes on your brain, basically. Now, supposedly, this is Lawrence's skull. We've heard Lawrence's name a couple times before. Remember when Gurman, the old man, was dreaming, and we heard him say something about Lawrence? Thing we need to do. Now we activate it once more. And watch this. May I present to you another human. Look at that. And once again, the headless statue. And now let's step on here. Lawrence's skull. Well. It's a skull of Lawrence. He became the first cleric beast. wants to seek his skull out. Interesting, wouldn't you say? Now we can do this. And we can follow down here to see one last secret, which is kind of cool. Church cannon, and the church cannon scales with, can't wield it anyway because oh interesting, so it is just blood tinge. Elevator, I promise. I did. And now we can bring it down, get the regular. Lawrence's skull was descended into that. Go back up. Let's have a look, shall we? And I believe that is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Fear woman. Oh, we'll find out about that later. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will join you all next time. Y'all have a good day.